Hi guys, new subject today. Why you don't need any Muay Thai kicks in Jeet Kune. So guys, I feel really it's so important to tell the truth, and some guys get offended by this, but it's not about styles, it's not about different martial arts, it's about what is and what was. Bruce never trained any Muay Thai, and he never incorporated Muay Thai kicks into his Jeet Kune. And you can, in fact, you can actually read in a book where Bruce said to one of his students when he was in Thailand to look for locations to make scenes for a movie, and he visited some Muay Thai tournaments, and he saw Muay Thai, he knew Muay Thai. In fact, he said these guys train hard and heavy, but the problem he had with Muay Thai is, like he said, it's too predictable. So he said literally no broken rhythm, it's too predictable, the attacks are too predictable. That's not what I'm saying, that's what he says. And that's why we're going to look today a bit, because many Jeet Kune guys are factually training Muay Thai and Muay Thai kicks into Jeet Kune, but this doesn't make much sense. And why is that so? Well, first of all, you have all kicks in Jeet Kune that you need. You can kick with your front leg, you can kick with your rear leg, you can kick to any angle, and you can kick from any distance. So you kick from any angle and to any distance. So these kicks in Jeet Kune, Bruce developed these kicks so they fit the Jeet Kune structure. By now you should actually know that JKD structure is more fencing structure, and as you're closer to the opponent, you go more square because you're moving to the side when you're launching your hooks, your punches. But it's more fencing structure when you're keeping the distance and you kick from there. So some people will say in Jeet Kune stance you can easily kick in the leg, but in any stance you can kick in the leg. The key in Jeet Kune is the mobility, so you can move quickly and fast away and towards the opponent. So when he kicks, you can counter him or you can move away and go back. When you're in the stance, when you're in the structure of JKD, you have your legs positioned like here. And if the guy kicks, let's say Muay Thai kick where he kicks here, or he would kick here, and he kicks and kicks you here. When he kicks, so now you see how close he's got to come with his kick. What you can do in this situation with a Muay Thai kick, if the guy wants to kick, you can just move away and go back, because you have this fencing footwork where you can move quickly away, or the other way is if he moves and you can go forward. So you keep your distance, so he has to move forward when he wants to kick you, to see, okay? So, and when he moves, you can go inside and you can punch him, finger jab him. You can also use your legs, because in Jeet Kune you can use both legs. You can use your front leg and you can use also your rear leg. But naturally, as the principle, longest weapon to the nearest target, the vast majority of your attacks with your kick is going to be your front leg, because it's nearer to the target. So if he wants to kick and you keep your distance and he launches his kick, and you can go and you can kick him. You could also side kick him, for example, okay? Because he opens his stance and his stance is already open most of the time, you would attack the groin. Some guys don't stand open like this, and usually they would step in because you keep the distance, they have to step in to kick you. So usually then you would not kick the groin, you would kick the knee. And then you would keep your distance, he comes in, and you side kick the guy to the ground. And I stopped my side kick at the contact, but you would go through and peer through his tendons. So this is how Jeet Kune kicks are designed. You're standing here, you can launch, you can attack the kneecap, You can attack here the kneecap, you can attack the groin, you can attack here the groin, okay? So, but don't get fooled. If you know the right mechanics for the kicks, you can kick also very, very hard, because you use your hip and you use the momentum to generate power. Some people assume because you don't have so much time to accelerate your kick, the kick is weak. And they relate this to themselves because they have never trained it, they tried maybe, and they feel, oh, this kick is so weak. Of course, in the beginning of any technique that you have never done, this technique is going to be weak, because you know, naturally these kicks should be done non-telegraphic, so you don't exaggerate the kick and use it then. You kick from there where the foot is, and you can generate a lot of power when you use the hip. As you can see, you can generate a lot of power. And bear in mind, what is the target of this kick? The target of this kick would be the groin. And you go here, you actually don't need so much force, because I have kicked guys in the groin very, very slightly. I just barely felt the contact between my toes and their trousers, and I dropped them on the floor and they couldn't get up for 5 minutes. I mean, you can really do severe damage or long-term damage. Always be careful when you're doing this. We are usually wearing 2 groin protectors. One is the big one and the other one is the small one below the trousers. You use most of the times, you use your front leg, you use the longest weapon to the nearest target, which is this here, and this here, in sense of hands is this here, and you use this most of the times. When you miss or the guy angles off, you can also use your rear leg. Just one example, when you would use your rear leg, just for demonstration purposes. So, and you use the leg also to the same target. You don't kick to the inner leg or outer leg, so you go to the target where it makes sense to kick. Of course, if you're in the tournament and there are regulations and you're not allowed to kick here, you're not allowed to kick here, you have no choice. You kick either there, there, or there. But the first choice, you're kicking a person, depends on the distance in JKD, because it's common sense. You kick there, where you can do the most damage in the shortest amount of time. These kicks are designed for this kind of fighting situations, or fighting rules, whatever you want to call it. But it's really important to tell people the truth. I think it's so important when a guy comes to a JKD school, he comes to a JKD school because of Bruce Lee and not because of some student of Bruce Lee. And in his mind, when he comes to this school, he thinks he's going to train this, what Bruce talked, what Bruce trained. And I feel it's important to tell people the truth. And it doesn't make any sense to switch from here to here, and then you kick in the leg, so you don't kick in the leg. So sometimes, like I said, you can go from here and then use the momentum, use your rear leg to kick the same target again. Okay, that's how you would use your rear leg. I hope this makes things clear. Guys, there's nothing much more to say. See you next time.